Hello and welcome back. Today I'm giving you a technique-focused practice routine to try in your own piano practice. It's pretty specific, just in case you're the type of person that wants a very clear-cut routine, and it's meant for late beginners to intermediate folks who would like to spend about 35 to 45 minutes a day practicing. However, it can also be used as a jumping off point and just as some inspiration for making up your own routine. Also, my personal practice routines and goals are always slightly changing. It's rare for me to have the same exact routine for more than a week. Something small always seems to change, and that helps keep it feeling fresh and keeps me tuned in with my current goals. So use this routine wisely, not mindlessly. To demonstrate, I'll pretend I'm working through the Faber Adult All-in-One Book 1 Method Book, as well as one challenging supplemental piece and learning all major scales and arpeggios. Now, speaking of the Faber book, if you're currently working your way through that as a self-learner and want a little extra help, check out my Faber follow-along piano course that is currently being made. There are videos that guide you through every page in the book, as well as supplemental material focused on technique, theory, and sight reading. Now, I have videos already made and created up to Unit 7, and I add more every single week. Now, you do need to purchase the book separately, but if you don't know about it already, it's really a great book and investment to have. It's not the official launch yet, so the price will be much lower right now than it will be when it's all completed. I put a link in the description below, so check it out after you watch this video. All right, so the practice routine. Start with a short warm-up, anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes. The key here is to get warm physically and present mentally. So this might look like 30 seconds of rubbing your fingers together, followed by a little stretch and release, stretch and release. Sometimes I blow on my fingertips if they're really cold, then rub them together. Then play a really easy scale nice and slowly. Make sure it feels slow to you. Everybody's slow pace will be different. This just wakes up your brain, gets your fingers moving more easily, and prepares you to work. So do one or two easy scales and maybe an arpeggio or two. You're not working at getting better at anything, you're just warming up. Follow your warm-up with some of your easier repertoire work. So let's say I'm on page 82 in the Faber book, working on Moon on the Water. I've just started it, so my focus will be on notes, fingering, and rhythm. And this requires more mental effort, right? So not so much technical. And then because this is easier technically, it feels just like an extension of my warm-up. Spend about 10 minutes on this, and if you're working on an additional page or more pages from the Faber book, give those just about 5 minutes of your attention. Then switch gears to some technical exercises for about 10 to 15 minutes. In our imaginary case, I'd work on whatever major scales and arpeggios I'm currently learning. Now, I might be focused on learning one, while increasing the tempo on another. And what I mean by learning is getting the fingering and all of that down. If you're not in the mood for scales, you could do alternative technical exercises, and these might be random videos or exercises you find on YouTube to help with hand independence, charity studies, dozen-a-day books, or anything like that. The last thing you'll do is focus for about 10 to 15 minutes on your challenging supplementary piece. So break it down into sections, work on difficult passages, dynamics, expression, and other technical issues. And before you leave your practice session, play through this piece nice and easy and slow. This organizes everything in your head, and when you leave your practice session, your brain will make firmer connections and you'll process and learn more subconsciously. I'm not a scientist, but I swear I often improve overnight just by sleeping. So that was an example of a technique-focused practice routine. There'll be more routines to come with different focuses, like performance-focused or a complete comprehensive routine. So subscribe and I'll see you next time.